As you can see, I've mixed in that part that we thickened and cooled into the rest of the masa. And I shredded up the pork, and here I've got the corn husks that have been soaked in hot water so that they're soft and pliable. Now here I just have a regular pot. I don't have a tamalero or any kind of a steamer like that, but you can use one if you want. It doesn't matter, but that's just a tamalero can only be used for tamales. It just gets in the way. So what I've got is a colander with feet. And so the water will come up to the bottom of the colander, and then I'll close the whole thing up with aluminum foil, and that works just fine. Now what you do first is you take some pennies and drop them in the bottom. The reason you do that is because when it starts to boil, you'll know, because they're going to start bouncing around making a chattering sound. Otherwise you can't really see because the whole container is going to be covered with tamales. Okay, so we begin. Now, depending upon whose husks you get, you're going to get big ones and small ones, or you're going to get all big ones, or you're going to get a lot of small ones. The small ones aren't really any good for anything unless you want to go fancy and tie every tamale. I don't do that, but anyway, you want to get the big ones, and it doesn't matter which side you use. Okay, people might tell you that it does. It doesn't matter. Okay, so you take a nice big scoop of the masa and put it right in the middle like that, and then a nice big pinch of meat. Now remember, this is your tamale, so if you buy them and they're not very much meat in them, that's because that's the way they're doing it so they can make money. But you're not doing this for money, so you can put as much meat in there as you want. And just shove it down in the middle. And that's the easiest way to do it. And then just close, you can see, you just close it around like that, and then fold up the bottom. And you set them in the steamer. Easy. See, as you can see, this one's kind of thin. These aren't that good. So we're going to look for another big one. Okay. Nice big one like that. So then you just keep going until the tamale, or the steamer, the colander in this case, is filled up, and then we're going to steam it. So as you can see, they're all snugged up to one another, kind of laid like dominoes in a ring around the outside, and then on the center we just sort of stick them in however they'll fit, and that's what holds them all together and from opening. Okay, so then you just cover the whole thing with aluminum foil so that it fits on really tight, and then turn it up to high until you start hearing that chatter, because that chatter tells you that it's starting to boil. Then you can start the timer. It takes about an hour. It's been just about an hour, so let's give them a look and see how they came out. Now, you can always check one. You just open it up, and you can see that it'll still be raw and be uncooked. It'll be soft and mushy like the masa was before you cooked it. But as you can see, it's all fully cooked, so these are ready. That was exactly 1 hour. Sometimes it'll take a little more, sometimes it'll take a little less. It just depends on how big you make them. But there it is, ready to go. And the nice thing about tamales is they freeze well, so you can microwave them. They're really good in the out of the microwave. And another thing to do with them that I like to do is when you have some extras is to, if you're making a caldo, is to microwave one and cut it into big chunks and drop it down into your caldo. It's really good that way. So, there you go. Not that hard. Okay. See you next time.